I have no idea what it looks like in camera, but wow, that's actually kind of, it's almost kind of nice. I'm liking this. All right, I'm not saying I would drink like every day, like from a creamer, obviously, but like it's kind of neat. Also, like it became cold like instantly almost. Like it's super cold. I'm not saying the drink is cold, but like it feels like it's getting like the thing is like super like way more cold than like a glass normally would. I don't know if it like traps heat in a different way, maybe to kind of like keep the milk. That's a lot of juice in a very, very small amount of time. I mean, what am I supposed to say otherwise? Like, it's a creamer. I don't have anything else to say about it other than like it's green, like it's. That was so weird. It's surprisingly deep too. There's a lot more juice than I thought it would be in there. Thank you, Annie, though. Wow. I have 2 cats sleeping next to me too. That's what she said? Wow. Get out. Okay, Lord Dragon could be anywhere. I suppose it's as good as opportunity as any to speak with the common folk. In the flow of the game compromises multiple phases. In addition to story scenes and battles, there will also be an exploration phase. In this phase, you may move freely about areas to gather information from the people around you, obtain items, review mechanisms and terrain features that may serve you in battle, and more. Nice way to kind of tell me there's going to be a battle here very soon. I've been tasked with attending you at the ceremony tomorrow, my lord. May it be a joyous occasion for all. I'm eager to hear your speech, and even more eager to see you triumph at the tourney. Okay. Oh, my dude, Benedict. I sense you may have some questions regarding this joint mining venture. Allow me to enlighten you. The steward of House Wolford, since the Salt Iron War, it was the absolute trust of his liege. He has, and has overcome countless difficulties with his intelligence and level-headed judgment. The thing with like him too is I think his voice make him sound like a really, really old man. And like, I would almost like have him like sound less old, because he doesn't look that old. Like obviously like he's got, you know, white hair and white beard and stuff, but the way he's drawn doesn't make him feel like 80. It makes him feel like 60. I gotta click so fast. Wow. Thank you, Encrypt. Asterial, hey, how you doing? Looks like it is, yeah, exactly. Yeah, he sounds like older when you actually talk to him. Like when you hear his voice, he sounds a lot older. Look at all these clips, Ginger, you're insane. Oh, sure. Why does that sound dirty, Asterial? Combining the expertise and manpower of Norzelia's 3 nations, this mine will unearth the newly discovered vein of iron. Oh, it's just more iron. We hope this will prove beneficial for all parties, providing wealth and prosperity in equal measure. It is said Lord Dragon's knowledge of iron working is peerless. I could think of none more suited to oversee the mine's development. So the thing is, like, it's a new iron mine, which kind of like throws into question the balance of power by a lot. Because let's say that like the food comes from this region the iron comes from the north, and then the salt comes from the desert. If suddenly one of the two other nations start getting 2 of the resources instead of just 1, that's bad news. Because like the north could actually try and like do something to make it so that they keep the monopoly on iron by like sabotaging us, and then the desert people may want to try to like manipulate us so that we can provide them with the stuff. That way they cut off the middleman, they cut off the other, like the north, right? And they have like a new ally. So I don't know. And the fact that like we're getting married to someone from the north might push the people from the desert to do something drastic. Nice. That explains why you sent me a new invite. I love it. I saw the invite, I was like, oh, okay. And then I saw the invite, and then I looked over the other one and I saw Tess, and I was like, maybe it was always named Tess, and I didn't notice the first time. Very interesting. When I talk to him, is there a profile or there's not? Is there like stuff I can click on, or is it like in Octopath and like you have to have a tiny dot that like shines? I heard tell Prince Roland is shirking his duties at the castle once again. Thank heavens that shiftless child isn't in line for the crown. Oh, come on. Roland is awesome. HP pellet, which is like a potion basically. To see the peace we enjoy now, one would never think that but 30 years ago our realm was engulfed in war. The Salt Iron War seems not but a far-off nightmare now. By your request, Benedict, I shall take part in the tourney. May we bring victory to House Wolford. Anna Pascal. Like, she also, like, her voice also sounds a lot older than she looks like on the picture. Actually, in the picture, she looks a lot younger than that. I really want to listen to the voice acting in Japanese at some point. I don't think I would stream it in Japanese because it's harder to follow for you guys. But I still think that like the voice acting in English isn't that great. An expert spy in Benedict's right hand, she was taken in by Wolford after losing her parents and swears to do everything in her power to repay that debt. Okay. Greetings, my lord. My friends and I are playing hide and seek. Well, I mean, good for you. Marvels on Orzelia Volume 8 to Notes. You will find notes as the game progresses. These notes have no direct effect on the story, but they will help you better understand Orzelia and its history. The notes from the collected at any time. War Chronicles menu. Menu? War Chronicles. Notes. Ah! Up the Norzelia River and past a handful of craggy mountains lies the Aesfrosty capital. Despite the blizzards oft swirling about it, the city itself is orderly and well maintained, and the people who dwell there spirited and undaunted. By working together, they have managed to thrive in one of the most inhospitable places in the realm. It is this fortitude that has allowed Aesfrost to grow into a nation to be reckoned with. Aesfrost's ironstone was carved out of a rocky mountainside, which is unusual but fitting for a land with countless iron mines within its borders. It functions as both a castle and an iron factory. It looks so cool though. Skilled artisans in the Grand Duchy are brought to the castle where they mass-produce ironworks and engage in technological research. Thanks to an enormous forge as large and as hot as the mouth of a volcano within the castle, they are able to create huge quantities of ironware and weapons on a daily basis for Aesfrost's pride and joy, the Black Irons. Wonder if like it gets hot in that castle then. Upon the castle's rampart is arguably the crowning achievement of Aesfrosty ironworking, a gigantic bell Large in the largest dragon. I cannot even begin to fathom how they managed to create such a beast. Each day the bell tolls the time for the people of the capital. It is so loud it can be heard all throughout the mountains and has even been known to trigger avalanches on the distant slopes. This is like ridiculous, because if that's the case, those people mustn't be able to sleep ever. Huh. I can't mute my mic. Interesting. Okay, Van just put like a picture on Discord. It's worse than the baby thing. No, thanks. You hide child and I will take your things. Sound good? Yes. I almost wish they held off on the Pixel FF games and made it 2D, 3D. I agree. It's weird because like they've officially announced that like now the president officially announced that now they feel like they want to do more games like that. Like the president ordered more remake or remasters in that style. But it's like, why did you do FF1 to FF6 then? You should have just waited and do them all in that style. It would have made so much more sense. Like, I don't know. They're doing like Live Alive and they're doing Dragon Quest 3, and I think then like I wonder what the next one is going to be though. I'm sure it's not going to be a FF title. I'm pretty sure it's going to be something obscure from the NES or SNES era, like another like JRPG super obscure. I don't think it's going to be Chrono Trigger. I think I might enjoy it, but I don't think it's going to be the case. Because I feel like, the devs that did Live Alive, right? They were given the choice of any game, and they decided on Live Alive instead of Chrono Trigger. And it wasn't like a personal choice, like, oh, we would rather do that one. It was more like which one of these would fit better in that style, and they landed on Live Alive of all the games. Which is why it's like, why I really don't think you're gonna do Chrono Trigger. I wish they would, but they won't. Or they might do like later down the line. FF9, I don't think FF9, I think FF9 is gonna get like a real, like a 7 remake kind of deal. I think FF9 is gonna be getting one of those. I think like Chrono Trigger, they might do it in that style. It'd be nice. They might, but the fact that they're going super obscure means that like it's not impossible that they would like revive Xenogear. I would love Xenogear in that style. That would be insane. Like the internet would melt. Like literally. What do you mean volume 12? I just finished reading though. There is no sight in the realm as impressive as the Byzantine capital. After braving the vast desert, the first thing a visitor to this great city sees is a wall so huge, it does not look like it could have been made by human hands. The goddess's shield. Whoa, really? Pass through the gate and you will emerge into a thriving metropolis of believers. Just beyond the streets lies the huge, calm waters of the source. Unbelievable as it may seem, the city in the wall encircles the entirety of the Great Lake where all of Norzelia's salt originate. In the center of the lake towers a mountain-like statue of the goddess, an enduring symbol of the holy state's faith. Indeed, after beholding how Izand could not only survive in the middle of an inhospitable desert, but thrive, even an unbeliever such as myself started to think that statue might actually be the goddess incarnate. In the palace in the city center lives the Hierophant, who they say hears the voice of the goddess of salt herself. The goddess of salt. I imagine such a voice would be such a majestic and calm as the city she watches over. There was stacks of IPs to choose from. True, you have so many. That's the crazy part. It's like there's so many of them. They could be releasing like somebody mentioned in one of the threads on Reddit that I was reading about that was mentioning like maybe Arcraiser could have been one. There's so many options. There's a lot of like really kind of old games they could be releasing. Oh, that's a cat. Oh, that's a nice little cat. That's a kitty cat. Yeah, there's nothing here. Can you imagine? Karen. The people of Vizant in the desert of like, I don't know, like a mystical desert worship Karen. There's been nothing amiss, my lord. Another quiet day. Okay, what about you? My husband works from dawn till dusk at the port, lifting crates and who knows what else. It's honest work though, and the backbone of our livelihoods besides. It's not much, but it's honest work. There is no rest for a young lordling. All eyes will be upon you in the coming days. Federica and I shall make every effort to learn the lay of the land so that we might share the weight of your duties. She also sounds like 5 times her age. The voice acting for that character sounds super old, like crazy old. In comparison to that face. That face looks like super young. That's weird. Like before seeing this, I assumed she was super old. Just from the sprite and the voice. Federica's attendant and tutor in the arcane arts. She once studied at the Ministry of Medicine in Isant, but the allure of the Esfrasti archives compelled her to move to the duchy. You'll see whenever she talks, like she feels so much older. Oh. 300 gold! Or kudos in this game, I think they called it. I must make ready for the wedding ceremony. What gift would best suit the union of you and Lady Federica? It's an impossible choice. Perhaps an audience with Lord Simon will spark inspiration. Maybe. A lot of folk have come to town for the ceremony. I even saw a man earlier wandering about in wide-eyed wonder. Probably the guy that I'm looking for. Dragon. This town is prosperous and its people have faith in their lord. An impressive achievement by my experience. That's the guy I'm looking for. I hope I just didn't like complete the quest. Overseer of the Grand Norzelian Mines. After his father's Varag was all but relegated to life on the Esfrasti Outlands, he dedicated himself to his studies in the archives in hopes of restoring his family's honor. He's a young genius who discovered how to make explosives. Really? You are too kind, Lord Dragon. My apologies, but you are? The apology should be mine. I'm Serenoa Woldfort. I've come to remind you to return to the castle before the banquet begins. Certain parties were quite insistent. Of course, I appreciate the consideration. I would like to explore the town a while longer, but rest assured, I shall be punctual in my arrival. Cool, okay. I was really scared that like I would lose my chance to talk with the other characters. Oh, you did? Dude, I really want to play that game too. It looks so good. I can scarce remember the last time Glenbrook was host such a marvelous tourney. Who among the nations will win glory? Which will be known as the fiercest in all Norzelia? I mean to be there when history is made. Cool. I still can't believe Travis and his feral spawn attacked your dear bride-to-be like that. An experienced soldier and commander of the Wolfort forces, he has served Simon alongside Benedict since the Salt Iron War and continues to do whatever he can as a loyal returner to oust Wolfort. I'm just glad we got there before any real harm could be done, my lord. The most esteemed personage from each nation will be attending the ceremony, I hear, a veritable melting pot of politics. Such an opportunity to meet and speak with your peers must not be wasted, my lord. I will not waste it. Hey, nice. It's cool because typically in these type of games, you don't get moments like this where you can just wander around and talk to people. Typically, like in RPGs, like tactical RPGs like this, like you never get these moments. It's always like one battle to the next, and in between each of them, you get like a moment where like units move on their own and they talk to each other. But there's never like a moment you can just walk around. So that's a nice touch for sure. We're playing hide and seek till Doc comes home. I need to find a place to hide in quick. That's probably what I would answer IRL. I would probably just go along with it. One of my favorite games, barrels were always my favorite places to hide. Barrels, I would never thought of that, my lord. They'll never find me now. I speak from experience, they won't. However, there may be even better hiding places to be found around town. You're right, my lord. I'll find a hiding place no one's ever thought of before. They'll be looking for me soon. I'd best find a safe one before they catch me out in the open. It's just like him to gallivant off with nary a word of farewell. Still, I suppose this is a chance to become acquainted with my future home. How would you describe your town, Serenoa? I would probably go for either of these two. Let's go for the first one. To know a town, you must take time to relish her company. That's what Eredor told me in perhaps more colorful words. I haven't known Eredor for long, but those words are undeniably his. Perhaps I ought to take a page out of his book, as I've done regrettably little relishing since I arrived. You needn't push yourself, Federica. Time is something we do not lack. Once matters have settled, I will give you a tour of Wolford myself. Thank you, Serenoa. I very much look forward to that. You have given me much to consider. Cool. Now I can just conclude the exploration. That's nice. There's literally a button for that. Like once I'm done talking to everybody, I can just like press a button and it just ends the exploration phase. Apologies. Let's do this.